Hello everyone. In today's lecture, we will discuss about the sidebands and frequency spectrum in amplitude modulation and the power distribution in sidebands. Before discussing the sidebands and frequency spectrum, let us discuss the topics covered in previous lecture. In previous lecture, we have discussed about the amplitude modulation. As you know, there are main classification of the modulation are continuous wave modulation and pulse modulation. The continuous wave modulation techniques are further divided into amplitude modulation and angle modulation. And as you know, a continuous wave goes on continuously without any intervals, and it is the baseband message signal which contains the information. This wave has to be modulated. According to the standard definition of the amplitude modulation, the amplitude of the carrier signal varies in accordance with the instantaneous amplitude of the modulating signal, which means the amplitude of the carrier signal which contains no information varies as per the amplitude of the signal at each instant which contains the information. The modulating wave, as we have studied, is the low frequency signal, or it is also called as a baseband signal or information signal. And the carrier signal is the high frequency signal, and this high frequency signal contains no any information. And when the carrier signal is modulated in accordance with the amplitude of the information signal, this signal is called as amplitude modulated signal. It can be observed that the positive and negative peaks of the carrier wave are interconnected with an imaginary line. This line helps recreating the exact shape of the modulating signal. The imaginary line on the carrier wave is called an envelope, and it is the same as the message signal. In the last lecture, we have covered the different types of the modulation index. And this modulation index is measures the percentage of modulation. There are three types of the modulations which depends on the modulation index. That is, if the modulation index is less than 1, then that type of wave is called as an undermodulated wave. And when the modulation index is greater than 1, then it is called overmodulated wave. And if the modulation index is equal to 1, it is called as the 100% modulated wave. So now we will discuss about the sidebands and the frequency spectrum. In the process of amplitude modulation or phase modulation, the modulated wave consists of the carrier wave and two side bands. The modulated signal has the information in the whole band except at the carrier frequency. So let us define what is the sideband frequencies or what is sideband. A sideband is a band of frequencies containing power which are the lower and higher frequencies of the carrier frequency. Both the sideband contains the same information. The representation of amplitude modulated wave in the frequency domain is shown as in the figure. Now we shall discuss about the how the sidebands frequencies are produced. Now let us consider this equation to study the frequency spectrum. Sorry. Now here consider the E is equal to EC. Now this equation EC in bracket 1 plus MA cos of omega mt into cos of omega ct. As this equation is already derived in previous lectures, here this E is the voltage of the modulated signal that can be write in terms of in equal to EC in bracket 1 plus MA cos of omega t into cos of omega ct, where this MA is the modulation index. After solving this, we will have this equation, that is E is equal to EC cos of omega ct plus MA EC cos of omega mt cos of omega ct. Now using the trigonometric identity, cos A into cos B is half into cos of A plus B plus cos of A minus B. Using this identity, this above equation becomes, we have this type of equation as E is equal to EC cos of omega ct plus apply this identity to this term, and this gives this, the equation becomes this, applying this identity, and we will have this equation. Now after solving this equation, rearranging these terms or multiplying this separately to the bracket, the equation is this E, this is the, you can write this as small e. Now you use the small e is the voltage of the modulated wave is given by like this. Here in this case, the first term is the original carrier signal with the angular frequency omega c. Second term is the upper sideband frequency, and which is have the frequency omega c plus omega m. And third term, lower sideband with the frequency omega c minus omega m. So we have these three frequencies of the signals. So it is observed that lower sideband LSB and upper sideband USB are located in the frequency spectrum on either side of the carrier at a frequency interval of omega m. So here it is shown the up USB and LSB, and this is called as this figure, which is this spectrum. If this modulation index is 1. Each side, if you substitute in above equation, MA is equal to 1. So each sideband is half of the carrier voltage after calculation, after substituting the MA is equal to modulation index is equal to 1. Now let us discuss about the applications of the SSB modulation. Single sideband modulation. SSB means single sideband. The applications of SSB of modulations are here for power saving requirements and for low bandwidth requirements. This modulation is required. SSB modulation is required. In land, air, and maritime mobile communications, it is required. For point-to-point communication, radio communication, for television, telemetry, and radar communication, and in military communications, this type of SSB modulations are required. What are the advantages of this modulation, SSB? For transmission of more number of signals is possible by using this type of SSB modulation, and the high power signals can be transmitted and the noise is less in this transmission. Now what is the double sideband? In this figure you can see that this upper sideband and lower sideband. As already seen in the previous slide, is that the frequency upper sideband is a FC plus FM and lower sideband FC minus FM. So both sidebands in the image contains the same information as already told in previous slide. Then what do you mean by DSB FC? It is nothing but the double sideband full carrier system. So in this case, the position of the carrier is shown and the sidebands positions are shown with the frequencies. The transmission of such a signal which contains a carrier along with two sidebands. Now we shall discuss about the power distribution in amplitude modulation. As in the expression of amplitude modulation wave, it contains a modulated wave has a carrier and two sidebands. To communicate by radio, the amplitude modulated signal is amplified by a power amplifier and fed to the antenna. The total transmitted power divides itself between the carrier and LSB and USB. So total power is divided like this, and that is PC plus PUSB plus PLSB. So the total power is power in carrier PC plus power in USB means upper sideband and power of lower sideband. So power dissipated by each component through antenna is proportional to the square of the amplitude. So therefore, the carrier power can be write as PC is equal to K is since proportionality constant into EC square, where capital EC is the amplitude of the carrier wave. Similarly, you can calculate the PUSB as a proportional sign K into the square of the amplitude of the upper sideband, and that is in previous equation we saw the amplitude of that upper sideband signal is MAEC by 2, and that is square of this amplitude. So it value is now like this, K in bracket MAEC square by 4. Similarly, you can calculate for LSB power distribution. So the total power, after adding these three equations, we will have this equation K is square in bracket 1 plus ma square by 2. So as this first term is the K is square is the PC, so you can substitute PT is equal to PC in bracket 1 plus ma square by 2. Now for 100% modulation, if you consider the modulation index is 1, so the total power is 3 by 2 PC. So we have this equation PC is equal to 2/3 of total power. Means we can say the carrier carries the total out of the total power 2/3 of the total power. The power in sidebands can be calculated by using this formula K in bracket MA is square by 4. And after calculation, we will have this equation PC in bracket MA square by 4. And for MA is equal to 1, means for 100% modulation, the power in sidebands is 1/6 of total power. So, in this discussion, we will find the carrier signal power is 2/3 of the total power, and sidebands power is 1/6 of the total power. Now let us summarize today's lecture. As you know, the side frequencies contains all information of the modulating signal. Carrier can transmit it and received, but unless modulation occurs, no information will be transmitted. Only 1/3 of the total power, transmitted power is allotted to the sidebands, while remaining 2/3 power is vested in the transmitting the carrier. This amplitude modulation is still widely used because it is simple and effective. And this amplitude modulation is used in radio broadcasting. Okay, this is all for today's lecture. Thank you.